Bill, can you fall off a ladder for me real quick?
No, I'm good.
Morning. Yeah, the fellow there I asked if he'd fall off a ladder. Those are the same dudes that built my house. And, well, he fell off a ladder building my house. So today we are hauling corn. Cargill is back open, thank God. So we've got a good bit of corn to move today. So we're still having some issues with our holding bin here. I'm gonna climb to the top and see how crusty the top layer of this is. I think we're gonna be cutting a hole in this bin. Oh boy. Chucky! It's Chucky! This bin's definitely rough. It's pretty bad shape. We had some sprouts in it. That wasn't good. What happened was that top layer, that crusty stuff, just went down in and blocked our sumps. Our center sumps is my guess. Since we're up here, we might as well check this bin. This bin looks fine. Yeah, this one looks good and perfect. It's pulling down nice. This is good. Now I think what happened, we have automatic fans in all these bins. First time we've had any problems since then. I'm pretty sure that we manually flipped off the automatic bin on our wet bin, our fan on our wet bin, and didn't turn it on till about a month later. I think that's what doomed us. So user error, which sucks, but we'll be fine. We will blend that corn off and we won't even get docked for it. That's the beauty of having multiple bins and a grain leg. You can blend stuff. So BJ just left with a truckload. I'm going to head over here and start my truck, check my tires. This trailer needs new tires, so I really gotta pay pretty close attention to them. They're ordered, they're just not here. We're gonna run it and watch it. Besides, it'd make a great YouTube video if we gotta fix a tire on the side of the road. Shouldn't even joke about that. I don't want that to happen at all. Hey folks, have you recently received a phone call telling you about your Medicaid, Medicare, or asking you to contribute to some foundation you've never heard of? I used to get those all the time, and then I signed up for Incogni, and those have went down substantially. Now my dad, on the other hand, has not signed up, and he still gets those phone calls 10, 15 times a day. You ever wonder how they find your information? Well, they find your information when you're browsing the web, kind of like we're doing here. Anytime you go to a website, a lot of the time when you type in your personal information, there's a box somewhere you need to check to tell them not to be able to sell your data. A lot of times people forget. I didn't even know they existed. And then once you don't check that box, they have full legal right to sell your data. Well, this is where Incogni comes in. Incogni will send out requests to have your data removed on your behalf. It's pretty simple. You go to Incogni's website, you set up an account, give them permission to act on your behalf, and then boom, they start removing stuff. This is my personal report for last month. They sent out 221 requests. 176 of those were completed. 45 still in progress. Suppressed entries. These data brokers should never add you to their records again. Total time saved based on how long it would have taken me to send those requests, 132 hours. I'll be honest, I probably wouldn't have done it, but it's great that they did. And I have, like I said, I've legitimately seen a huge drop off in spam calls that I get throughout the day, which is great because those things drive me absolutely insane. It never fails. I'm always balancing something on my head while holding two heavy objects at the same time and walking a tightrope. It seems like I never have my hands open, and I think it's an important phone call, and then boom, it's a spam call telling me about my what's the ones I've been getting lately. Actually, it's been so long I don't remember what I usually get. Dad always gets Medicaid. I haven't really got many of those for some reason. But anyhow, if you would like to get control of your personal data back, check out Incogni. Use code BFVIDS to get 60% off an annual plan. And there'll be a link in the description. Check that out. That's a pretty good deal. And like I say, you can get some of your sanity back along with your personal data. That's comforting. Now one of these tires over here though has been giving us some grief. and it appears to be aired up. I don't know why. Kind of expected it to be flat. Well, I thought that we had a low tire, but I guess we're good. Just got 90 pounds of air in. I thought it felt low, but we played it safe. We checked, now we know. So we're loading out of the side draw right now. Dad's climbing up there and loading me. BJ should be back any minute. Once he gets back here, we will stay together and we'll just load each other and Dad can go do other things. Like the barn's going up to getting the trusses on. BJ's taking his lunch break. I'm just coming over here to check, see how the barn progress is going. Looks like they're getting the trusses up. I think I heard them say their plan was to have it fully framed today. Then she'll be ready for metal. You made it! You climbed the ladder! He used to be scared of heights. He's getting over it. Well, it was hailing on the way back from Cargill, so I think we're done hauling for now. Hopefully my barn doesn't fall over. Morning. So this morning we are heading over to the high school for the annual FFA breakfast. If you live in an area with an FFA chapter, you probably know what I'm talking about, but it's a fundraiser they do at our FFA chapter. Go over there, eat a pancake egg breakfast. A little fundraiser for the FFA chapter. We've had pancakes, we've had bacon, and we've had eggs this morning. Now it's time to get to work. First, we're gonna go check on the Amish crew. They are finishing all the framing today. They got rained out yesterday. I think they would have got it done then, but I don't think they're putting metal in there. I think they're just finishing the framing, so we're gonna check that out. Then we'll get busy hauling corn. I think we only have 46,000 bushels to go. Last little bit of snow hanging on. Well, we are several hours into hauling. We've actually reached the end of our day. And it was pretty successful. In the last 2 days, we moved a little over 20,000 bushels of corn. So not bad. We're gonna go check back and check the progress of our barn and see how we're looking. See if we're ready for metal yet. I guess first we should probably shut down our transferring. That would have been interesting to come here and have a whole bin on the ground after we overflowed the one we're transferred to. Very rude.
I am. So unpleasant and miserable.
Hi, Liv.
Hi.
Well, the crew has left for the weekend. This is Friday, and they going. Framing's just about done. I think they had a few purlins to put on the roof. So the purlins are the boards they're laying flat. That's what the metal screws down to. They got a couple left of those. And then I think they had some trim boards out on the front here. But they've got everything to where they can get their lumber measurements and whatnot. So most of the framing's done. Building's braced. Should be in good shape. But, once they start putting the metal on, it's not going to take long. They've got to build the Dutch doors. And they've got to build the sliding doors. So I can't remember if we've talked about the layout of this barn, but we've got a 10-foot wide 8-foot tall slider here. And then we've got a 14-foot slider there, 14 by 14. And then here we've got our 5 Dutch doors. So ideally, thinking 5, either 10 by 10 or 12 by 10 stalls. And then overhead here, the way we've got the lean-to constructed, we've got 9 feet of clearance in the lean-to when we're on grade. So grade will be halfway up this board. We'll have 9 foot of clearance there. We ended up with a little bit of a loft space right here, dead space. Now, it wasn't the plan originally, but I was going to try to build a loft in a corner of this building somewhere for some storage, so I'll probably just sheet over some of that, and well, we'll have us some loft storage, which will be good. But, yep, once these guys get done with the building, well, I'm going to start building some stalls on the inside of it. So yeah, we'll at least tack in a couple stalls for now, and then probably finish the rest of them at a different point. But need a stall for goat pen, and probably need a stall for these donkeys that we're going to end up with at some point. We don't have any donkeys yet, we don't have any goats yet, but that is the plan with this barn. The barn's for 4-H animals, so I've got 2 kids in now. The third one will be in a few years. We're going to be actively in 4-H showing animals for the next 15 years, I reckon. Livy's 6, she's got 3 years before she can join. Be in 4-H 10 years, so I guess 13 years we'll be showing still. So we'll be using this for that, and then also wife has been wanting miniature donkeys since I met her, so I guess now that we have a place to put them, we'll get a couple miniature donkeys. Keep the 4-H creatures company. To keep the 4-H creatures company. But if you notice, this building has a 14 by 14 foot door, and the tractor's only 12 foot tall. So I'm not saying this is ever going to become the shop. I mean, obviously we have an adequate shop, but a motorhome will fit in here. Any pickup. I mean, basically we built this barn to where when the kids are out of 4-H and if we don't want animals anymore, this barn has multiple purposes. So that's why it's the size that it is. That's why it's the height. The pre-made barns that we were looking at a few videos ago, basically I'm going to have the same amount of money, maybe a little bit more after we added that porch. Originally that porch wasn't on there, and we kind of added that porch to match the other one kind of last minute. Not going to be a whole lot of price difference, so that kind of made it a no-brainer. At that point we were off the prefab building fad, and I couldn't be happier. Much more useful like this. I have a much more valuable building that should last longer too. So seeing a lot of guys going to these kind of posts. I have not seen these before in person though. We got treated in the bottom, the part that's in the ground, going up to regular yellow pine top, non-treated. Makes it a lot lighter. That treated stuff adds a lot of weight to it, and I would say it's a cheaper post that way. First time I've seen those in person. Now all the posts are in Quikrete. They didn't have a concrete truck, but it was in Quikrete. There's 3 bags of Quikrete in each post hole. There's a lot of post holes. I probably would not have put a post at every Dutch door. I'd have probably just done my 8-foot spacings like normal. But they put a lot of posts in this one. So the first thing we will be doing once they finish up with the barn though, we'll be getting our dirt in here. So like I said, about 4 inches up this green board is grade. So we've got anywhere from a foot, well, pretty much a foot to 8 inches of fill to put in this whole barn. Now normally we would just use bank run gravel because we have easy access to that and the price is right. But being that I'm gonna have livestock in here, I don't know what to put down. I've heard lime fines. What else do you guys have? Anybody have any tips, I guess is what I'm asking. I'm not sure what to put down. I probably will run a couple drain tile through this. I don't know how much good they're gonna do, but I've got some drain tile and I've got the ability to put it in, so I'll probably run me one right through here and one right through there. And then that way, if we ever want to put a drain in, we've already got the pipe in the ground. Might be best to do it without corrugated though. Or we could just do it later too, I don't know. because it's going to be a dirt floor. It's not going to be concrete for now. If we feel like making it concrete, we can always do that later, but for now, dirt floor. Well, folks, that's going to be it for this one. Wife and I are heading to Commodity Classic tomorrow, so I guess we better go home and pack and like prepare. But thanks for watching. If you would, do me a favor, thumbs up the video. That always helps. Comments always help. And if you haven't subscribed and you're enjoying the content, that would always help. Any tips in the barn, let me know. Lay out. Obviously, size-wise, we're kind of committed at this point, but always open for advice. And if anyone knows of any miniature donkeys for sale, preferably some young ones or some jennies, let me know. See you in the next one.